I've been thinking about dying recently. Not necessarily in the way that you might think it to be, in some senses, but more so in the sense of somebody who's in their 80s. I've recently been thinking a lot about what it means to reach an age when you know you can die at any moment. And what I want to look back on, what I want to remember, what I want to say, hey, this was my life. And I've been unhappy with those thoughts. I think a lot of us probably are, especially if you're young like me. You haven't lived a lot, but it feels like you should have. Like you've gone through all the steps and all the motions. You've finished high school, you went to university, you got your degree, you're looking for a job, you're supposed to be living now. You're in your 20s. These are supposed to be the best times of your life. And I've been sitting here thinking, man, I do not feel any different from how I felt 15 years ago. In fact, I feel worse. And in fact, that's kind of how I've been feeling for the past 15 years. Every single day has felt either the same or a little bit worse. A tech company does this, a tech company does that. AI does this, AI does that. I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm tired of wanting something, desperately wanting, being like, no, I'm gonna wait until this thing is perfect, until I'm a little bit better, until the economy is a little bit better, until I'm a little bit better at the guitar, until I'm a little bit better at this. I'm tired. I'm tired. I feel like I'm 80 and I'm only 24. How am I supposed to live for another 50 years? I think it's about time that I change. And so this, dear viewer, is me changing. This is me doing what I've wanted to do since I was young. I remember being there when YouTube first started. I'm very privileged. I had my little iPhone 3G and it had this little TV icon on it being YouTube. Now, giving a child unsupervised access to the internet, early internet at that, terrible idea. Do not recommend. But I think for me, I think that was something very enlightening. I got to see a lot of things. I got to see channels grow up, channels die. I got to see content upon content. I got to see people making things that they were happy about. And I remember being probably no more than 10 at the time and being like, wow, I get to share a story to the world, and then immediately going, no, I don't like how my voice is. I'm too young. I shouldn't be putting myself out there. I shouldn't I shouldn't be here. This isn't for me yet. But if I wait a little bit, then it will be. Once I'm 16, I will upload my first video, and then I'll have a channel. And then I got to 16 and I was preoccupied. And then I said, you know what? Maybe this isn't for me. Maybe I'll just do something else. I'll go down the usual path. And I said, yeah, I'll do that. I chose physics. It was okay. But the same thing happened. I feel like I'm always waiting for some tomorrow. Something better, something a little bit nicer, for things to be a little bit cleaner, for me to have the correct qualifications, for me to have approval from superiors. And I'm just tired. I'm tired of waiting. I've lived 24 years of my life. I see very little prospects for my future besides the standard path, which might be good. It's the one that you're supposed to go on, but I don't see any joy in it. Maybe this is a bit too depressing. Maybe I should completely change what I'm going on about completely entirely. I don't know. Maybe I should start over. These are the thoughts that just keep on going on throughout my head, and who knows, editing me might take some of this and do things with it. I want to change. I think what I want to see on YouTube, what I want to see people is I want to see people. I think AI has right now shown itself that it's going to stay in some form for at least the next few years. And they're pushing onto us this sort of idea of like, let the machine think for you, let the machine do everything for you, just let the machine be a pawn in our overall general corporate scheme of just increasing profits at the expense of the little individuals. I don't want to see that, man. If I wanted to see AI slop, I'd just go to TikTok. I can just go short form content from my brain other ways. I don't want to do this. I don't want to see this kind of content on YouTube. I remember when people posted videos of just themselves doing a thing that they liked, of playing a video game, of being themselves. This childlike wonder of someone doing it because it was cool. Not because this is going to make them money or because they're going to be famous, but just because they had a thing and they wanted to share that thing. I have always wanted to be one of those people. To share my life. I always thought my life was kind of wild in some senses, and I thought, maybe I'll share that. And I never did. And so as I'm thinking of dying and thinking of how I'm going to be when I'm 80 and what I'm going to look back on, I think this is perhaps the time that things change. My previous video was me basically just absolutely riffing and rapping on my guitar, just no plans at all, no script, no tabs, just what sounded nice at the moment. And I think that's a better way to go about my life. I don't know where I'm going to be. Don't know what I'm going to do. But I know I like to share things. I know I like to make people happy. I know I want the world to be a little bit more whimsical. And I'm tired of waiting for somebody else to do it. I'm tired of waiting for the whole collective of humanity to just be like, yeah, you know what, it's about time. We should change things. I'm tired of waiting. So I'm going to start doing this. And I'm going to start doing things my way. Some people might say it's half-assed. My inner monologue is telling me that this is half-assed and is actually beating me up about it constantly, especially right now, about how, I should have scripted this, I should have written this down, I should have planned this better. But hell, I'm having a great time. This is amazing. This is the most fun I've had in a year. So I'm happy. But I'm still thinking about what it means to die. And that doesn't go away. And that fear kind of just gnaws at me and 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 it tires me. And so why, when I'm happy, do I still feel this god-awful, sinking feeling of despair just pulling me down? I don't know. What can I do about it? Don't even ask me. I'm not the one to call for that. But I think this is good. I think me being just myself for a little bit and just being okay with imperfection is going to be great. There's a lot of things that I wanted to say when I started this video. I was scripting this in my head for hours last night. I was scripting this in my head for hours the day before, Hell, I've been scripting what I wanted to say in life for the past life, It is what it is. But I think I have to start somewhere, right? In a dingy room with a really mid-light, really bad lighting and really bad audio quality. This will not get better for a while. But this is fun, I want to upload content and make that be actually meaningful. And I think right now what is most meaningful to me is just people living their lives. Just ordinary people suffering and trying to make the most out of it. People like me. I've been seeing a lot of content creators, just uploading their first video and making their small little content, and it's been really inspiring. There's been a lot of YouTubers that maybe I'll put down in the description if YouTube has given me link permissions yet. I don't know why they haven't. I've had this account for 15 years. But the point is that I've been seeing a lot of small content creators that I've been really enjoying. Actual hope core, actual people that are doing something that matters, something that's meaningful. Whether it be playing guitar in the room or talking about how language is a means and an art itself. And yesterday I watched the movie We're All Gonna Die, Rocket Jump, one of the originals of YouTube. I remember them first starting out. And I think it resonated with me. We're all gonna die. So might as well spend it being happy and doing the things that we enjoy just because it's fun. Just because we can, just because we should. We're humans, right? What's the point of being a wage slave, working 40 hours a week for barely a livable wage, hell, barely above the poverty line? If we're not at least gonna have fun doing it, right? Like, might as well. If we're forced to do it, might as well find some joy in it. So this is my little contribution to this, and I don't know. Maybe I'll make more of these. I want to make more of these. I have other topics lined up. I have like the Kardashev scale. I don't know if people heard it. I think it's a great system, but I think it's very flawed, and I think I will have some thoughts to say on it. And I have a lot of thoughts, because when you're alone for most of your life, and the only person that you have to comfort yourself is yourself, you think a lot. And then when you think a lot, you don't do a lot. So it's about time I start doing. And if I can think so much, I can talk so much. And if I can talk so much, I can upload so much. And yeah, every so often you're going to see me posting maybe my music, maybe something that I'm doing for physics. You're going to be, this channel, I want this channel to be me. I want, so long as Google does not shut down the platform or do something stupid like they're known to do, I want my grandchildren to look at this. To be like, hey, damn, what the fuck was our grandma doing, 80 years ago during the AI revolution that completely upended society, And I want them to be like, listen, it was rough. It was hard. It was a bit struggling, but I was having fun, It was a great time to be alive despite all the horrors that are going on in the world. And I was trying to make a difference. I was trying to inspire people. I think that's something that I've always wanted to do. I want to inspire people. Because I know that everybody can do anything that they want to. This is the one thing that the internet in the early stages taught me. It's that anybody can do anything that they want. It's just a matter of doing it consistently, of holding on to a dream and letting that carry you through hardships. But by God, I also know how difficult it is. I know how difficult it is to just hold on for decades at a time sometimes, to not even let a single finger slip. And then when it does inevitably slip, because we're human and we have to let go sometimes to just regain our strength, how incredibly hard it is to just get back just a single step. We can spend our entire lives going at full speed, nonstop, like a machine, and then the moment that we decide, I need a break, everything crumbles, everything falls apart. But I don't think it does. And I'm saying this more so to myself because this is what I believe, what I feel, what I see, and I want to fight back against this. I want to fight back against feeling like everything sucks, like nothing is going to get better. I want to fight back against being depressed. I want to fight back against not finding joy in things. I want to fight back against being alone. I want to fight back. I want to fight. I'm tired of fighting for nothing. I'm tired of not fighting. I want to fight for something. I want to grow. I want to do things that I like. I want to refine the joy in a lot of my hobbies. And I want this to be a documentation of that. I remember watching documentaries when I was younger. Fucking loving them. They were great. They've gone downhill, man. One of these days, I would love to make a documentary on science, on physics, on where we're at right now, because I think a lot of people would enjoy that. But I don't have the means for that right now. And this is a common trend that there's so many things that we want to do, so many things that we wish we could do, but we're limited by where we are, who's around us, the environment, the culture. So many things that are dragging us down. And so the only thing that I can really rely on is myself and what I can produce and what I can create. And if I wait to produce something until I have the means to do it, hell, I'm going to be 80 by the time I do it. And not that, why bother? If you're 80 watching this, do it. Just do it. Please, please, just do it. You have maybe 20 years to live. Make the most of it, right? Because I've been thinking about dying a lot recently. And I'm scared of dying. That's why I'm here. But I think I'm kind of excited for living. So, anyways, this is the end of that video. Do the usual YouTube things, like, comment, subscribe. God, don't do whatever you want to do. I'm not gonna tell you what to do. Yeah, you're your own individual. But yeah, if you're one of my friends watching this, thank you so much for watching all the way through. If you're a stranger, drop me a comment. I'll respond. Yeah. See you later, friends.